March is Social Work Month. It's a way to recognize contributions to the profession. And when it comes to mental health services, social workers play a very important role in behavioral health, providing more than 60% of those services. And that's according to the National Association of Social Workers. And while social work is one of the fastest growing careers, a current shortage does exist here in Michigan. Right now, the state has more than 31,000 licensed social workers, but the state must add more than 41,000 over the span of the next 8 years.
And to help recognize the importance of social work, we're joined by licensed master social worker Jody Drewry from Hegira Health. Thanks a lot for dropping by this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So first off, we hear the term social worker. It's a broad term. Kind of give us an idea what social workers deal with and maybe a typical day in a social worker's life.
Sure. Well, I think most of us throughout the span of our lives at some point will come in contact with a social worker. We find social workers in schools, CPS, you find social workers in the hospital settings. So all of us at some point through our journey in life will touch base probably with a social worker at some point.
And how has the profession overall evolved over the last couple of years?
So social work has been a profession for over 100 years. Started out really working with the underprivileged and impoverished kind of community. But over the years has really developed, like I said, and kind of got its tentacles in lots of different areas and working with lots of different people and populations. Really kind of, if we think about what social workers do on a day-to-day basis, kind of three things that we really do if we want to break it down. We connect people, right? So we connect people to other people, their families, bringing people together, connecting people with agencies and organizations that can assist them with what they're looking for. We empower people. So you have licensed clinical social workers that work with individuals and families to kind of help them meet their goals, get them to where they need to be, work on their well-being, things like this.
So what inspired you to pursue a career in social work, and is there kind of a common trait between social workers?
I think that in general, when you talk about the social work profession and you talk to other social workers, most of them get into the field because they just have this desire to work with people and to help people, right? And naturally, a lot of social workers have empathy and compassion and just want to work with people and kind of bring people up. There's another aspect of social work, which is the advocacy part, and you find a lot of social workers working in agencies or doing political reform, or we even have social workers in the legislature that are looking to kind of make those big systemic changes in the community.
You know, and we mentioned there off the top that March is Social Work Month. So what kind of message do you think you'd love to share with people? What do you think that people don't know, or might be kind of something that I don't want to say is not a misnomer, but there's some aspects to social work that people really don't understand?
You know, I think unfortunately historically sometimes when people hear the word social worker, they think of that person who's coming to maybe take away your children. And you know, really we're looking at, like I said, connecting families, bringing people back together. How do we make individuals and families function well? And so that's really our goal, and maybe a misnomer that has been around historically with social workers.
So if somebody's listening this morning, they want to get into social work, a career like that, what's the best way for them to do that?
You know, well, social workers are accredited, our degrees are accredited through colleges and universities. A lot of social workers are licensed. Clinical licensed social workers can hang their shingle and do independent therapy. So, yeah.
Do it that way. All right, Jody, thanks a lot for dropping by this morning and shedding a little light on what social workers do and the importance of the work in the community.
Very nice to be here.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.